Hi, I'm Calvin, and welcome to the first edition of Market Minute by Invest Smarter. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss one of our upcoming market action reviews. We'll be publishing short videos about what we're seeing in the markets each week, but today we're going to focus on the recent huge volume increases in crypto trading that have taken place. Let's get started. I just happen to be doing my normal poking around cryptocurrencies, and I noticed these huge spikes in volume back on March 3rd, from March 3rd to March 4th. Surprisingly, Bitcoin wasn't one of them. Let's take a look at which cryptos had large volume spikes and what that might mean. Here we're looking at some of the cryptos that I noticed this with. I don't follow all cryptos, but there's just a few that sort of jumped out at me here. The first one we're looking at is Ethereum. And you can see that on March 3rd, the volume was 446,000. And the very next day, it jumped to 1.5 billion. That's a huge jump. And it stayed up there all the way into today. Let's take a look at Litecoin. March 3rd, 638,000. And the next day, 67 million. Another big jump, and again, stayed higher. Look at Solana. March 3rd, 2.6 million. March 4th, 260 million. Let's take a look at Avalanche. March 3rd, just shy of 3 million. March 4th, 300 million. And then finally, Terra Luna, March 3rd, 6 million. March 4th, 647 million. These are huge jumps in volume, and they stayed high going forward. Let's look at this another way. Here are the same cryptocurrencies, but I've put them in table form. So you can see Ethereum and how the volumes jumped from March 3rd to March 4th for a 3,362 times increase. That's insane. Now the price, notice, went down 7.5%. Litecoin, 152 times increase in volume. Price move minus 10.65%. Solana, 100 times. Again, over a 7% loss. Avalanche, 102 times, 3.5% loss. Luna Terra, 108 times, almost an 8% loss. The interesting part is they all dropped about 7% or so on those huge volume spikes. So what do you think could have caused this? Was it the oligarchs transferring their assets from government-controlled currencies and banks into cryptocurrencies so they could avoid the sanctions? Well, that's one thought, but that would make the price go up, not down. Unless large holders of cryptos were taking advantage of that situation and unloading or offloading their large holdings without incurring a huge loss. Possible. Or it could have been caused by insiders who knew President Biden was going to issue an executive order, which he did today, saying that we needed to look at cryptocurrencies and possibly regulate them. What do you think? I'd be curious to hear your comments below. If you enjoyed this first edition of Market Minute, please hit the like, subscribe, and notify buttons so you won't miss our next video, where we'll discuss what's moving the markets. I'm your host, Calvin Rose. This is Market Minute, and thank you for watching. That's all for now.